Hi. Face to show that I was uncertain. I didn't know if it was still loading or not. I also have my phone on silent this time, so I'm just gonna make. I don't think the email came in yet. Should get an email soon that it's live. Yep. Okay, got it. Sweet. Hello, everyone. Oh, my phone does. Okay. Yeah. What's poppin'? Not much. No popcorn in here. How are you doing? Yeah. Just on a live stream. So I titled it, what did I title it? Art, adult coloring, cooling out like some ranch. That's the best time to do that. It's the best way to do it. If you had to do it anyway, that would be the best way to do it. Yeah, it's gonna be, I'm gonna live until 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which gives us about an hour or so. And I am going to do some watercoloring. I have my little pitcher without the water in it yet. We're gonna put the water in it once I settle on all the stuff I have everywhere on my bed. And I have this, which actually comes with a palette itself, honestly, which I probably will try to use. But these are these like 3 watercolor like canvas drawings that you just do watercolor on top of, so it's just adult coloring essentially. I got this from Michael's a while ago. So I'm gonna do that for half an hour, and then I'm gonna do some makeup for like half an hour, and then I'm gonna do some book reading for like half an hour. And then all while we do that, I'm gonna be talking with you guys and just, you can pop in the chat, whatever, say hello, say hi, whatever you're comfortable with. And yeah, that'll be the live stream. So I actually have a plan this time, which is more than I can say about other times. So I have this palette that's in here. I have this, oh wow. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay. There's something interesting on the back of this, but this is my really, really, really old watercolor. My first like watercolor, I think it was my first. If it wasn't this one, then I bought this one first. I'm not sure. This is the pearlescent one, and this is just regular watercolor. But I just found a hospital sticker on the back of this, which is really funny. But yes, I should put it like this. So I have pearlescent, and then I have the regular one, and then I don't remember what they're called. They're just at Michael's. Oh, really? Was it a good flashback, or was it like not so good flashback? And then I have this watercoloring set that I got these two like 2015 or so. This one I got probably like maybe like 2 years ago, or no, probably like 3-4 years ago. I got it from TJ Maxx, and I think it's King Art is the brand. But they're very good. They're very blendable. I think this is the blendable one. I have the tubes of paint. Oh, yeah, no, for sure, yeah. Watercoloring. I also have the tubes of watercolor paints that I got at Barnes & Noble a while ago. Definitely like 3-4 years ago. But this one is definitely the best. But maybe I'll use some of the pearlescent, which some of the stuff broke off when I got it. So, but I have various paintbrushes in each, because I thought at first I was going to have to get my other paintbrushes, but I don't think I need to. So we're good on that end. So then I get my little pitcher for the water. And then also, I'm supposed to do this every time we go live, to fill out either complete one or complete a list or just work on a third of it. So at the end of the live stream, I'll have you guys pick out a number, and we'll see which one that will be. And all right, so I'm gonna grab this stuff out. I don't know what seems like. That was a fun. All right, we got it. So just this. I think what I think so. I've been watching a lot of. I don't really know. Before September 2021, I didn't really know how to do watercolor. I just kind of made it up. But now, since I have an Instagram account, I do follow some accounts that show like how to watercolor kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure you get like the color and then you put it into there and then you mix it a little bit and then you however much you like, because watercolor is supposed to be that like very airy kind of consistency. I always really liked it when it was bold, like full-on pigment color, but kind of defeats the purpose of being watercolor if it's full-on pigment, but neither here nor there. So let me open this one up, just in case I get interested and I want to use it. There we go. What colors? All right, that watercolor out. That over there. I think I'll use the paintbrushes in here. Got two in here. Oh shit, I think I actually have those. I have this drawing on my phone because I'm going to do a group with that at work. Well, I guess it's a little bit different, but it's very similar to the one that I am going to use for work. So that's interesting. So I have either this one that I could do, palm trees and a beach, or this very beach-oriented one. I think I might do the beach one. Shit, I should have my board. I'll have to grab my board because I forgot that. I love lighthouses though, so this is definitely one I'm going to work on at some point. But I also don't really know. I've never watercolored on like canvas, and I think this is canvas, so probably best to try out with something that I don't have a lot of high expectation for, and just kind of wing it. Oh, today's Wednesday, isn't it? Oh crap! I keep forgetting that one of my friends on here is busy on Wednesdays, so they can't come to lives. I always forget that, I swear. Boy. Okay. Alright. I just gotta get my board. So I have to go over there. Get my board. Also, we should play music, shouldn't we? I was charging my iPod. I feel like we're gonna play banners because banners. But all right, got it. Board. I feel like my hair comes out more like, I guess it is still green on camera because I made a video the other day and it looked more like gray for some reason, but I think it's okay on here. Okay. Board is there. Paper is there. Okay, we just need water and a brush. Need a brush. What's this one? Oh, we should spray some. Spray some perfume. Now, where am I going to put this? That's the question. Okay. Oh, banners, right.
just wanna be someone. I just wanna be someone. I even disappear without a trace. I just wanna be someone. What doesn't everyone? And if you feel you're thinking minded, I wanna be the one you guided. 'Cause I believe that you can lead the way. I just wanna be somebody, someone, oh, I wanna be somebody, someone, oh, I never had nobody, no road home, I wanna be somebody to someone. And if the sun starts setting, the sky goes down, and if the clouds get heavy and start to fall, I really need somebody to call my own. I wanna be somebody to someone, someone to you, someone to you. Someone to you, someone to you. I don't even need to change the world. I'll make the moon shine just for you. I'll make the starlight circle the room. And if you feel like night is falling, I wanna be the one you call in. 'Cause I believe that you can lead the way. I just wanna be somebody, someone, oh, I wanna be somebody, someone, oh, I never had nobody, no road home, I wanna be somebody to someone. And if the sun starts setting, the sky goes down, and if the clouds get heavy and start to fall, I really need somebody to call my own. I wanna be somebody to someone, someone to you, someone to you. Someone to you, someone to you. And hear the crowd, the rise, the fall, singing inside the burning hall. I just wanna be somebody to you. I just wanna be somebody to someone.
Oh shit.
I wanna be somebody to someone. Oh, I never had nobody, no one. Oh, I wanna be somebody to someone. And if the sun starts setting, the sky goes down, and if the clouds get heavy and start to fall, I really need somebody to call my own. I wanna be somebody to someone, someone to you, someone to you, someone to you, someone to you, someone to you. Wish I could kiss you when I wanna, without all the fear and all the drama. Kill to hold your hand in public. Yeah. I need you closer. Can we go somewhere no one knows us? Leave all the world behind. We can hold up in a motel
Oh, hi. Sorry, I'm doing some watercoloring right now. This is honestly the first time. This is oh, someone left. But anywho, this is still the first time I've done like a canvas template kind of on watercolor, and really the first time I've done watercolor like this. Like I've never done watercolor like this before, and it's so cool. Yeah, watercolors. I know, right? And this actually looks like watercolor, which I'm really happy with. Who knew? All these years I was doing watercolor, but it wasn't really watercolor. Yeah, watercolors are great. It's a very mindful experience, honestly. It's really interesting. Yeah, for sure. Like I like how it's darker right here, and then it's lighter actually over on this corner, and even like that light spot over there too. Also, I didn't realize how much art and like watercolor and painting is like layers of things, because usually what I do is I just do it once and then I'm like, okay, once that's it. It doesn't need any more layers, but I also don't tend to exist on the form that like shadow is a thing. Like everything is always just really light for me, like bathed in light full on. I never use shadows and stuff, but I don't know. Very interesting. Yeah, layers. Who knew? What is the picture of? Okay. It's a coloring page, like a canvas coloring page from Michaels. It was like a set of 4, and so it's like a beach scene. Yeah, it's a bunch of umbrellas and like water and a pier and such. Yeah. Yeah, like a nice beach scene kind of thing. Yes, very cute, very cool, very fun. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I'm glad you could make it to my stream. We're excited about that. I've been doing really well actually. Yeah, things are going pretty well. I actually filmed a like a life update video the other day, and I am planning to upload at least one video before the end of this month, so by tomorrow or so. And then I'll have to figure out when I'll go live again for next month in April. But that will be in the works. Ooh. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I had work yesterday, and that went pretty well overall. And then I might be picking up more shifts at some point. By like summer or so, I'll pick up a shift. Yes, for sure. Yeah, I hope to. If it's not going to be the life update one, then it's going to be a reading time lapse that I did for my library live stream a while ago. So it'll be either that or the life update one. So, but for now, I actually wrote a blog post today, and I've also figured out that I'm going to delete my Twitter because I just don't like Twitter anymore, really. It's not even that I just don't like it, it's just more like, I don't know. It's very depressing on there, so I'm like, no, I'm just gonna actually delete it. I'm not gonna do it just yet, but I will someday in April. I'm gonna choose the day that I'm gonna delete it and then just do that. So that will happen. Yeah, for sure. I've definitely been hearing more negative things about Twitter, and yeah, it's not. I think when I used it, the reason I made it in the past. Oh, wait, hold on. When I used it in the past, when I first made the account, I was like, oh, cool, I'll be able to like post about my blog posts on, like, promote it on there, and then promote, my fanfiction chapters and stuff, and that's what I used it for. But then primarily in 2017 was when I was the most unwell. And then by 2018, I started going to my day program, and then I started to not go on WordPress as much. And because Twitter was sort of like a space to write, in a way, like even just to write tweets, like I started using it like a blog, like a secondary blog, which then became a primary blog. So then I neglected my actual blog. So it was like a whole mess, but like, oops, hold on. It was like a whole thing. So I'm just kind of like, no, I want to actually focus back on my blog, and like, and I haven't been using it like all year. So really, like, I check in a few times because I know one of my friends is messaging me on there, but like overall, it's just a very depressing app, and it's just very like, if it's not depressing, then it has a lot of spoilers for like Marvel stuff, and like I'm still so far behind rewatching the whole series that I just don't want any of that. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna delete it. And there's also some old stuff on there too that I want to be free of, in a sense. So that's my plan. I'm gonna just pick a day in April. I started working on a thumbnail for it to do that. Like, I'll announce it before I full on delete it, which is also a huge thing for me too, because if anybody knows me, I don't like to delete things. Like, I don't know, I have a hard time letting go of things, but I think it's for the best, and I have Instagram now and the Discord and stuff like that, so I think it's just going to be a healthier choice. But for anyone who does follow me on there, I'm going to, like, mention my other socials and stuff, and hope, if they want to come by on other socials, they can. Otherwise, it's just going to be a clean break, in a sense. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Tumblr. Yeah. Yeah. How is Tumblr doing? Oh, awesome. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I feel like Tumblr is a little bit more like picture heavy than like WordPress, for instance, which would be more text heavy. Not that there's not like WordPresses or Tumblrs, which might be the opposite of those two things, like more text or more photos and everything. But yeah, I like WordPress a lot. I don't read nearly as much as I used to, but I would like to do that again someday. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do different lines. Oh, hey, Fisherman. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it does depend. Yeah, I feel like that's the same kind of like with WordPress, because I definitely follow some people on WordPress who do mostly photos and like photography stuff, but yeah, I'm biased. I like WordPress. So this would be the time to start shifting to the next thing. What am I coloring? Yeah, I'm coloring. Never tried WordPress. WordPress is awesome. I've been on WordPress since 2016, so it's been a long time. But I'm doing an adult coloring page of this like beach scene. It's 3 umbrellas and then some water up here and like the sky. And I got it from it's actually a template out of 3 other ones, and then it also comes with a small palette as well. And it's from Michaels. It was like maybe $15 at the most, like 10 or 15. I got it a while ago, but I never like used it. And this is the first time I actually like, this is like watercolor like canvas paper, and I've never really used that before. And I actually have been learning things from like the watercoloring based like Instagram accounts that I follow, and just so I tried some different stuff with it this time, and it actually came out really cool, I think. Like I would probably go back over it with like, you know, layers and stuff, but I'm gonna keep it the way it is because I really like it, and I think it came out cool, and like I don't know, want to preserve it as this. Okay, no worries. No worries. But yeah, I mean, this would be the time. I was gonna try to do it in like chunks of time, so like 30 minutes of like coloring, 30 minutes of makeup, and then 30 minutes of reading. But I'm not sure if I want to stop watercoloring and then do makeup, or maybe I should just watercolor for like an hour and then do reading. I don't know. So if you guys have any ideas or preferences, feel free to let me know. Because yeah, I'm gonna date this at least. Maybe I'll date it on the back. I guess I should wait for it to dry. Okay, so cool, sweet. I mean, it's not gonna be out loud because I can't do that because of copyright. But if you have a book that you are reading, feel free to read it while I read my book. We can talk books a little bit and everything. So could switch over to that. That'd be fine. Never thought of that. With the copyright stuff, yeah, it's kind of a thing, unfortunately. But yeah, we can switch it to that because I do want to finish the book that I am reading. Here, let me swap it up to my face. Here I am. If the lighting is a little bit better, that's how it came out. I really like it. I think it came out really cute. So colorful. Oh, I lied to you. I guess there's 4. There's one there, and there. But I have dated that one, so that's fine. I'm gonna put my stuff away. Oh, where'd my paintbrush go? Yeah, I know. I imagine so. But even on like books and stuff, there's always that disclaimer on the inside pocket, like when it's like describing what the book is, or describing what the book is and stuff like that. It always says like you're not allowed to have any like photocopying, reprinting, photographing, or like something else, like reproduce it in any fashion, except for the use of brief quotations in reviews. Like you're not even supposed to do that with any kind of book. So it's interesting. Very interesting. So it's always had like the copyright thing in there because I always read it. So I'm gonna put my watercolor stuff somewhere. Okay, this will go over here. I really like how that came out. Ooh, you know what I'll do? I'll put it on the floor. Please. Whoa. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Why did that focusing just happen? Oh no! I broke it. Hold on. Let me figure this out. Oh no. Technical difficulties. I can't like autofocus it, I don't think. Oh, there, no. I was gonna say there it goes, but then no. It got a little bit better. I can't. There's not like a focusing button on the screen. It gets worse by going back. So let's see. It's almost there. I don't know what's going on. Now it's saying my connection is unstable, and I don't know why. I'm just gonna wait, see if my connection stabilizes or if my camera actually focuses on me instead of it deciding not to. You can see me and hear me. Is it focused? Because it's not in focus right now for me. I don't know why it's doing that. It's like trying. It really is trying, but it's just not in focus. Like, is it blurry for you guys? Because it's definitely blurry on my end. I think I moved too much and I didn't like it. It almost looks like how I would see things without my glasses on. Yeah, it's a bit blurry. Yeah, I don't know why. That's so weird. Grr, technical issues. All right, we can move into the reading part of it. So, go grab your books or your writing projects, and we can all just chill and do some reading. I don't know why it's like that. Hold on, let me snap it closed again. Because it's focused. It's not. It's like focused up here, but it's not over here. It wants to focus, but it's just not doing it. I think it's worse if I go back. Okay. Okay, yeah. There we go. Oh, yeah. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, now we're back. We're back in action. I figured it out. Okay. So, yes. Book time. Ooh, I got some new books recently. So exciting. But I'm currently reading this one still. I'm almost finished kind of with it. Yeah, I'm 100% clear now. I know. I think it was because I moved around and then it just focused on the background or something close to the front. But I tilted it up to just focus on my face, so it should be fine now. Hooray, we got through a technical issue. But I'm still reading this book, but I am kind of getting closer to finishing it, and I don't know if it's unrealistic. It's probably unrealistic, to be honest, but I want to finish it before April. So I want to finish it before Friday, but then also I want to finish the review for it before Friday, which I don't think is probably going to happen, but I will settle on that I get the review out by like Sunday this weekend, because this is my weekend off, so I'll be able to enjoy some free time and actually go to the library, because I've been wanting to go to the library like every day for like forever, and I just don't do it. So but I also will be posting on my Instagram later tonight, possibly 2 posts, because I did a blog post today, so I might post about that, and then I did this like spread thing today, so I wanted to take a picture of that and put it up there, because I've been working on my perfectionism and overcoming that. So Yeah, check out the blog post if you don't know, recoverytowellness.wordpress.com. Only to rent movies. Ooh, cool. But what kinds of movies do you like? Yeah. The blog post is about the monthly word prompt that they're doing now. They used to have daily word prompts back in like 2016, but then back in like 2018 or 2020 they like got rid of that, so now they only do monthly word prompts, which is still great. So I'm like on board with that. That's awesome. So I did a blog post just about that and kind of about some things that are happening and just kind of also overcoming things. So that was a cool post. I think it was less than 1,000 words, maybe like 900 or so. Yeah. And then I'm gonna watch Captain America this weekend. I have to get my Thor review out, which will be a pain in the butt because I wrote a lot for it. So work on that. I'm gonna work on a video, edit a video, and upload it by tomorrow. Oh, nice. Family Guy's still on, right? And like South Park and stuff. I think they're still running. Kind of like The Simpsons. I should get back into. I think I used to watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but I don't really remember it very much. I should try to get it. I think it's on Netflix, right? So I think I might try to get into that. So yeah, I think I mentioned it I mentioned at the beginning of this live that I'll be doing a list from at least one full list or just one, like a third of a list, but you guys will tell me which one to sort of do. And then, so I will do that before I end the stream. And then I also got this cool watercolor guidebook thing too, which is super helpful. So I have unlocked the actual watercoloring powers and I'm excited. Yeah, it is. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I know it's an old show and everything, so it definitely makes sense for it to not be still running, but yeah. So yes, we need a Zen environment. I'm gonna add more soothing sounds to this. Got my Calm app. We'll do Calm River. There. And yeah. At least we know my camera works to focus. That was nice to find out today. I didn't know I wanted to find that out, but I did. I learned that. All right, I'm gonna like settle in and we can read some stuff. I'm like, I forget how many pages I have left. I'm almost done. I'm so happy. I learned a lot from this book. I do want to do a video out of maybe highlights of my blog, like my review of this book, but I really liked this book a lot. I got a lot out of it, and it was really, really helpful, and it's a nonfiction book. I think I've mentioned it before, but it's a nonfiction book, and it's about like living less cluttered and not caring what other people think of you based on what you buy or don't have and things like that, and just kind of living a simpler life and things. So it's really cool. I don't know. Is it the one with all the emojis? Because yeah, I get them all the time. I think they like slightly change their username each time potentially, because I don't know how to like block them entirely from ever coming on. So I don't know. I'm not really tech savvy, but I can try. If I click on their name, I can get their like go to their channel, and then I can kind of delete them from that. But let's see. Yeah, like it. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, that one. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly, I've never really like clicked on their account to go to their URL to then block them in the setting part of it, but I don't know how they find me either. I think it was a slightly, It's either the same exact one or slightly different, but like the same kind of thing. But yeah, it's just interesting. It's interesting. So yes, book time. Book time. Oh, I actually got some new books. If you want to see that real quick. Before we get into reading books, I'll show you some of the new ones I got. I'll be right back. Hold on. Oh, it's just connection issues. Oh. Why is that focusing? Okay. Yeah, for sure, right? I'm sure it is, honestly. If I can, I will try tonight to go to their channel to get their URL. If not, I'm not entirely sure how I'll get it. Unless you want to volunteer and do that for me and then just send me the link over on Discord or something or Insta. But I don't know how much time you have to do that, so I'll try to look into it tonight. But yeah, it's definitely like happens often, and I don't even understand why some of it, like, it'll tell me that no one's here, but then there are people in the chat commenting, so I don't know if they're just not subscribed or like if they're just, I don't really know how that works. But found my books. So I got this book. I'm actually gonna hang out with my friend Madeline, which I got all of these books during the time we hung out, like not this past weekend, but the weekend before that. So I think I mentioned this in a live stream before, but I'll just say it again anyway, because it's books, and this is always a nice thing about books. So there's that one. I do want to read this one soon. It was on a bargain thing. There was also one place, I think, oh yes, it was at this, oh yeah, I do remember you. How are you doing? I got this at a bargain book. Oh yes, Stillwater Books. Hashtag not sponsored, but in Rhode Island, and they had a lighthouses book that I've been thinking of. It was expensive. It was like all like photos of lighthouses, but it was like $50. But like I might go back and get it someday, or I might just find other lighthouse books online, like on Amazon to buy and stuff, because I want to do a lighthouses related group. And the lighthouse picture that came with that kit is actually really cool and is very similar to one that I found. So it's great. So I want to do more lighthouses stuff. But yes, this is the one of them I got. That's good. That's good. Good job on that. Got Druids. Seems interesting. Normally, books like this, well, in the past, there was a book I owned from like, I got it back in like over 10 years ago, and it was called like The Forest or something, or maybe it wasn't The Forest, but it was like a little book like this, and I started reading it and then I never finished it. I have no idea if I probably still own it. It's somewhere in the house, but for a while I wouldn't really read books of this kind of size. However, with Cheryl Woods I started to, and it's just a little trickier because I guess because it's so, the text is so compact that it just makes it a little bit harder to read, but I think I've largely overcome that now, so which is good. This one, I thought about this one a few times too. This one. I actually went through some of my, because there was a book that I found at this place that I got it, where I got this book, the Druids book, that I saw a book there and I was like, that book looks really familiar. I think I own it. And then I went through all my boxes of books in my room, and then I found, yes, I do own it. So I already bought it. So I was like looking at it. I'm like, oh, this is a nice book. I want to get that book. And then I'm like, no, I think I own it. And then, yeah, I found other books that I owned that apparently I had no memory of owning. So that was funny. I'm looking forward most, I think, towards this book, this like fiction book, this nonfiction book, and these two. So that's like my like second to last books buying experience. Oh, that's awesome. Do you do any like creative art stuff with it, or do you just keep it intact like how it is? Fisherman. So I got this book recently. Like I just got it like Monday. It's like a love story between like dental students in a sense, and it just seemed really interesting. Online, it said it was like you could get one to get the other one 50% off. But I know when I went up to the cashier, they were like, "Oh, that's not gonna. It's not in the. It wasn't marked in that section of the store." But they were like, "Oh, well, if you said online that it was," so they just gave it to me. So it was a little bit not as expensive in a sense. And then I got this one, which I very interested in. You read them? Oh, okay, cool. That's good. Did they come with like tips and stuff, or like what is it like kind of about? I have a bunch of magazines in a bucket over on my floor over there that I use for like well, I don't really use them very often, but I have like interior design and like gardening, like cooking and stuff, and like houses related stuff, and just other like psych stuff, or like just things like ads and things that I'll take out and eventually scrapbook or use in a collage or something like that. That's what I use magazines for. But this seems really interesting. At first I was like, but then I read the back of it and like online, and then I was like, actually no, I'm very interested. So it's about how like this like air stewardess, a flight attendant, and how is a flight attendant the same thing as a stewardess? I don't think so. But anywho, it's about how like oh nice, that's cool, that's really cool. It's about how someone on a flight yeah, it's a flight stewardess. Somebody gets a hold of like holds her family hostage and then gives her certain instructions, and then she has to decide if she's going to save her family or the whole plane, in a sense, the plane of all those people, because it's what, 24 hours or something. How long is it for? Hold on, I know it definitely said it somewhere. $20 hours. Okay, yeah, so it's 20 hours. So she has 20 hours to decide if she's going to save her family or all these other people on the plane. So it seemed pretty interesting. So those are the two I got. Now I'm going to actually get back into reading. So I'm going to put this stuff away real quick. Hey, why did that change? Okay. I don't know why we changed. Annoying. Alright. Gosh, we only have like a few more minutes left, but I'll go until like 8:15 or so. Let me just move you a little bit. So yes, grab your. I know it's too bad you can't read it to us. I know, right? I mean, if you go on my blog when I eventually post the whole review of it, is it a review? It's just a very in-depth analysis of it. But you can see it there, and I'll probably talk about it on my channel at some point as well. Again, I don't know if I'll do it while I still have the book in my hands, or if I'll wait until after I do like the review is posted on my blog, and then kind of just go based on what I can remember in a sense, or some of the points that I made, like more significant points. I'll do like, what's that website? It's not like Postscripts or like Scraps. It's like, you know what? SparkNote. I think it's SparkNote. Like I'll SparkNote it, so the video will be shorter than actual what the quantity of the post will be like. But yes, it's a very good book. I highly recommend it. I got it at the library. I had it for like a year, so it's time to get rid of it and like just move on. I mean, the great thing about it is that the last book I read and actually published the review on my blog was about kind of like overcoming procrastination for like teens and stuff, but can really be applied anywhere else. And that the themes that are in that book are also in this book, in the sense of like not going to be like, I'm going to completely declutter the entire house or like the entire block or whatever. It's more like, okay, I'm going to do this one little section today, and then I'm going to give myself a break, or do this other little section another day, and then, you know, do that. Have I ever thought of writing my own book? Yes, I am going to. I want to do quite a few things. I want to do a memoir first about my recovery journey from mental health conditions. I already have a title for it, and I guess I don't have technically like a book cover image, but it is something that I am going to do. I'm calling it online. Soar. Soar is like the name of it that I give online for it. So memoir for sure, fiction novel. I already know what name that would be, and then a collection of like poetry and like short stories, and like then other probably fiction books and stuff like that too. So I do want to write books. I do want to publish one day. That is a big goal and dream I have. Yeah, I want to do that one day. That'd be really cool. I don't know if I would go like self-publishing. You'd read my memoir? Awesome. Thanks. That's awesome. No, I appreciate that a lot. That's really cool. You can read my blog or my fan fiction. That's like current stuff I have. But no, like the I don't know if I would go like the whole self-publishing route, because I don't know. I think I wouldn't mind doing more commercial, kind of like having an agent and then having that kind of thing. But it would also depend on like maybe money and like resources and things to that effect. But I actually found at my library, I found that there's a book about talking about how to get published and stuff. So why not read a book about how to write a book and publish a book? So I think at some point when I'm not blocked anymore from the library, I'll go and get that book and then read it and review it and create a whole like chasm of it. But yes. But currently, if you want to read my stuff, it's on my blog or on fanfiction.net and Archive of Our Own. So I do fanfiction. I have videos that I want to do. Yeah, for sure, right? I mean, that would be the dream, to have a successful author like book career in a sense. Definitely the dream. Yeah. And then I was saying something else. I was gonna go somewhere with it. Oh, I have some videos that I do read out from my old articles from my newspaper when I wrote for my newspaper at uni about mental health and stuff. So I have those kind of things where I read out. Also, somebody had suggested too that I read some of my like original stories and things like that on YouTube on my channel, which is totally something I can do. I have a big creative writing box over there that I actually have to go through again, and it's a giant mess and everything. But if I could pick out something, read it over myself first, and then share it with you guys, that's totally an option. There's actually the box I have right now. It's like it's not like a storage box. It's like a chest. But I have another one that my mom and I got like years ago downstairs. It's a lot bigger and it's more like artsy too. That I would like to put what I have in this stuff. It's also, I said it's bigger, so it'd have a little bit more space and a little bit more width. So I would get all the stuff that I go from in there into the new one and then bring the new one into my room. But I have like a whole corner right there that needs to be completely revamped in a sense. So I haven't quite made it that far, but yeah, eventually that would be something I wouldn't mind doing with you guys. There's a poem that I wrote on my blog that I also have on my DeviantArt account. Not maybe, but definitely. It's like a mental health one. That was a pretty good one. I wrote that like 2016 or so. So that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind doing that. And I stopped reading over my articles from the newspaper. I think I ended in like 2017. But yeah, I can always go back to reading that over too. I haven't done that in a long time. But yeah. And that would be stuff that would be in my memoir as well. It'd be like a collection of that. Pooling different resources of creativity and then forming the book about it in a sense. So, yeah. All right. Coffee drink. All right. Into this book. Oh yeah, that's really cool. I own quite a few memoirs. I'm always like adding rules and like stipulations, like, oh, I shouldn't read other memoirs because I don't want to like, accidentally copy what they've done and stuff. But that might be just a perfectionism issue. So maybe I'll actually read some of my own books on memoirs and everything too. There's one that I have from like a blogger that I could read soon. But yes, if you guys want to know what some of these page flags are, I can tell you. So in the past, I used to be able to just put a page flag in a book and then know after I finished reading it what I was wanting to say about it. But my memory doesn't work like that anymore. So I do write text over the words. I write text over the page flags. So I have to kind of read it back to myself twice to make sure I know what it is that I wrote down. Because then trying to decipher it later is interesting. But there's some pages in the beginning here. So like 4 of these page flags in the beginning are for images that I liked in the book, because it has like different, it features like quote kind of pages and like images and things like that, which is I think really cool. And some of this stuff is like, let's see, things I relate to, or things I want to mention, things that I thought of while I was reading the book, group ideas I got out of the book. One of the things I want to do in a video soon will be to redecorate my room, and I got that idea from here. I want to also declutter a little bit, but also reclutter at the same time. I'm going to try to get rid of some of my old clothes that I don't use, that I got inspired from in this book, and just kind of let go of that so I can welcome in new things, which would be a process of recluttering, but I'm okay with that. I also, from the review that I've started to do on this so far, I have talked about some things I relate to. I have like a critical points section in the review where I talk about how some things within this book didn't totally apply to my situation. Like, for instance, I don't buy things because of what other people will think of them. Like, I don't mind buying things and then sharing that with the world. Like, I think that's an interesting thing to do. Like, that's content that I'm interested in, even though I don't watch that content that often. But ultimately, I'm interested in that kind of thing, like interior design or like houses and things like that. Like, I don't know. I just find that stuff to be really interesting. So for me personally, when I buy something, it's because I want it, or I like it, or I think someone else will like it if I buy it for someone else, or I already see a purpose using it. So that's how I approach it, because she talks a lot. Brooke McAllery talks a lot about how she grew up, how she grew up and how she relates in her life. She did a lot of like, oh, if I buy this like fancy stone elephant, what will the Joneses down the street think of it? And it's sort of like, just buy it because you like it, or buy it because it's something that can be passed on, or like things like that, instead of like having the latest tech, or like having things in excess. Really sort of simplifying life and slowing down in life as well, like not having to rush and not having to care more about the opinions of others, and just really care about your own opinion on your stuff. So it's a very good book. I really, really do recommend it. Not spons, and obligatory, not spons, but for sure, right? I think that's really quite true. Like, I think I don't buy things in that sense, but like, I think with my last job, I got more aware of how like, just aware of other people's opinions of me and their judgments about me and everything, and which wasn't something that I was really aware of in the past before I worked there at Amaryllis, and now it's something that's definitely present in Althea. But like, I'm just hoping that people have nice things to say about me, or I mean, I definitely hover at my job, but like, and that's just kind of how I am at the moment. But I think I do search, like, another thing that she's talked about is like, right now I'm on the chapter talking about disconnecting like from social media and like devices to reconnect more with yourself and like your own opinion and your people in your life and everything. And like, that was one of the things in my critical point of the review, that I talked about how I search online for like human connection, especially during the pandemic. And I don't really see that as a bad thing in a sense. I don't think it can be as simplified as good and bad, or it's right or wrong in a sense, but healthy and unhealthy is a little bit better. Oh, I was frozen for a second. Oh no. I know. But thank you. I appreciate that. I try to be, I try to be the best person I can, and just be thoughtful and be compassionate and humanize, for sure. I think kindness is very important, because you don't know what someone's going through. And it's also really important to like tell people how much you appreciate them, because you don't necessarily know when life is going to be life and everything. So I think that's important. But what was I saying? It'll come back. I think my connection is unstable again. Sorry. But what was I saying? Yes. So what was I talking about? I don't remember. Do you remember what I was talking about? I totally don't remember. It just went poof. Gone. So yeah, I mean, I just got more aware of it. I wasn't as aware of it in the past, before then, and yeah, I was going on a really good point, and I was like in the flow of it, and then I lost it. I don't know where it went. Poof. But yeah. China seems to treat people good. Yeah, yeah, I try to be kind, and I try to remember what my point was. There was something else. Yeah. I think there was like that kind of thought, and then I went this way in my head. and now I can't remember what this way was or where that first thought originated from. So now I'm just struggling in my old job. Yeah, I don't know. If it comes back, great, but it might not come back. But yeah. My old job just made me more aware of, like, people's judgment of me, and just that, like, people are watching in a sense, and just I hadn't had that awareness before. Like, honestly, I remember there was a NAMI thing I went to for retraining for peer-to-peer, and people talked about how maybe it was the first training, I don't even know, but they talked about how people judge them when they go in to do presentations, and I was like, wait, people judge us? Like, I had no, like, it was like no concept of internally in my head, you know. I was like, oh, I never thought of that. But I got more aware of it in my last job, and then I was kind of not like paranoid, but just kind of like somebody just really aware that other people are, like, you know, thinking things about me or talking about me or like things like that. And now I'm just also I'm getting better at body language. I've always been able to really write well about body language, but I could never, like, do it in social situations and, like, have that awareness of it, like, conscious when I'm in it. But now I'm getting better at it, which is great. Try not to judge people. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely times where I do, but I try not to, like, say those things. Like, I think at work, so far at work, I'm still very aware that, like, I just try to treat people like I might encounter you in peer-related work in the future kind of thing, and, like, you know, make a good impression, hopefully have a good impact on them, and, like, you know, I definitely have, you know, judgy thoughts in a sense, but I just don't tend to, like, say them. Like, I kind of keep that to myself, and that can be hard at times, because then it's like, where do I put it? So then kind of getting lost in other people's stuff, like, online is easy to kind of just get lost in that for a bit. But then there does run the risk of, like, that entertainment and exploitation of certain things. So there's that, but, you know, can't really control what other people do or don't do, and I just try to have a good story out of it, like, good, like, impression and such. And, like, I know too, there's a quote, like, something like, no matter what you do, you're gonna be the villain in someone's story. And I think that's obviously try to do your best kind of thing, but, like, also know that, like, for whatever reason, some people won't like you, and that's okay. Like, I know not everyone's gonna like me, and that's okay. And not everyone's going, oh, I remember what it was. Not everyone's gonna approve of me, and that's okay. I was thinking about, nope, I lost it again. It was about the, like, improvement. Oh, crap. I just thought of it. Oh. No, it was about, like, improving. Oh, it's gonna bother me. Give me a second. 1 second. I just got it back, and then it disappeared again. Trying to remember what I was saying, because I have a thought, and it came back, and then it disappeared again. Try not to judge people. Can't always control what other people think or do. Not everyone will approve of me, and that's okay. Validation. I think it was the validation thing. Like, I search for connection online primarily. I guess because with the pandemic, I think especially, I don't text that many friends anymore, and the pandemic kind of made an easier excuse to do that, I think. And so my circle of people has gotten smaller. But even when I was at my day program, I still, you know, I would get that positive, healthy attention. out of like doing art things or like doing creative things or information that I shared with people or whatever. And then once I stopped having that, and then the quarantine happened, and then all of this stuff, I think I really kind of lost some of that community and some of that connection. And I think I'm often looking for it online because maybe I can cultivate it, because I've seen other people do it. And I've seen it be successful for other people. So I kind of think like, why can't it be that way for me? For instance, I actually found out that they changed on YouTube the community tab. So the community tab only comes up when you reach 500 subscribers. So I'm definitely thinking 5 years from now we'll hit that. But yeah. It was a funny joke I thought of. I'm like, oh yeah, 5 years from now I'll be able to do community tabs and be able to say when I'm going live on YouTube instead of like Instagram. But which is fine. But I only really got into, I think I mentioned that in my most recent video that I filmed, that I only got into more consistent uploading and editing and such in 2020. Even though I've had an account since end of 2016, I just really got into it 2 years ago. So I'm just cleaning my glasses. But anywho, I should probably actually try to read this book. So here's my plans. My plans are, ideally, if nothing else, I do want to finish reading this book tomorrow, like finish reading it tomorrow, and then get the review of it published by Sunday. Possibly video record while I still have the book in my physical possession. I think by Saturday I want it to be returned to the library to get it just that fine off. And I have my weekend off, so I'm really excited about that. I'm going to definitely edit one video and upload it tomorrow. So before the end of March, I will have something up. I have work. The next time I work is Friday morning. So, and then I'm hanging out with Madeline after. So I'm going to be completely out of the house on Friday. And I want to work on some fan fiction and probably do some watercoloring. Ooh, I don't know if you... So we still have to do this list thing before this video ends. This live ends. But I have been posting on Instagram this coloring page that I'm doing. And it's coming along really nice. This is the current picture of it. Oh, sorry. I'm going to be posting it on Insta later tonight. But I think I might have lost some of you guys, and I think my connection is also unstable, so I don't know why. I didn't do anything to it, so just that. But oops, what's my hair doing? So overall, my plan is to get some stuff out and done and just enjoy some time off for a bit, kind of recharge. It's actually gone over more time than I intended. But I'm going to read a little bit. I'll read like 5 pages. That sounds like a good idea. That sounds like a good goal. The current page, I'm on the, again, disconnect to reconnect. So I'm on the part where it's talking about how to have boundaries and how to kind of do that by certain tips and tricks. So I'm going to jump in, and that'll be that. If anybody is here from Instagram, I did notice that when I posted one of my more recent ones, that I got like a lot of like likes and stuff on it, like a lot of notifications. So I'm actually doing a thing where if I do post again at night, I'm going to make sure I don't look at it, any of the notifications, until I'm awake the next day. Because I think taking that kind of break would be helpful, and just put my phone on silent so it's not alerting me every few seconds of things like that too. So, sorry. Okay, so I'm on page 171. I love this page. I love this picture, but I'm gonna get to what? 5 pages. 176. So I'm going to do that now. Oh, okay, no worries. Yeah, honestly, I should probably hop off too. Let's be honest. I think part of it is my connection somehow too. Thank you, Fisherman. Have a good night as well. Um, I am gonna read this book, so I'm gonna work on that. And we didn't really do the list thing, but I'll pick a list and then I'll just end this in the next 5 minutes or so. I don't think the book is gonna be too hard to get back into. So let me just come up with a list to work on, and then we can end this. Ooh, that sounds good. I might even make one up. Maybe I'll make one up. Because there's space to make one up too. Okay, let's do this real quick. So for those of you who are in the playback function, we're going to do a list here. All right. Hello to whoever's in here. So I did, I tried to do a list or a third of a list in any of these specific prompts within this book for each live stream. And the one that I chose today is actually one that in the section that you can create your own. Oh, okay, that's good. Making art is good. Yeah, it's fun. So list of things to photograph is the new list that I made, and I kind of did a smorgasbord of different ideas and kind of went with it in different ways. It's probably not an exhaustive list, and also probably not. It's just a good stepping off point from. Oh, okay. You have a nice day too. But yeah, it's a good like jumping off point. So anywho, pocket watches would be one thing to photograph. Time, seasons, so the different 4 seasons. Flowers, objects in various scenes, such as pocket watches, little figures, things like that. Sunrises, sunsets, roads, hikes, other visual art, inception photos, like a photo within a photo within a photo, that kind of thing. Portraits, spiderwebs, bouquet, fairy lights, clocks in general, light and shadow, colors, patterns, perspectives, animals, flight, meanings, so more meaningful or symbolic. Symbolic is a good one. Depth, blurs, movement, vacations, jewelry, fashion, horror, old-timey, and then symbolic. So that is all for this live stream, and I'm going to be ending it now. And so I want to thank everyone who came and who participated or spoke in the chat or maybe liked the video or like it in the future. I know it was a bit of a long one still somehow, and I talked a lot about books and coloring, so if you can bear with me on how sometimes boring or repetitive it can be, or gaps in time where it's boring or repetitive, then let me know, and like if that's doable. I also wish I didn't go live on Wednesday because I know there's someone else who hasn't been around who is wanting to contact me and stuff. So hopefully if you know who you are, you'll comment on this video or maybe in the new video that I post tomorrow. So anywho, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And if you see this in the future, like you're in the comment section, leave me a rainbow as an emoticon in the comment section if you just came like watching this after it got published, in a sense. Posted, I guess. But anywho, yes. So as always, stay safe, take care, be well. Much love and light to you. And I'm about to end my stream right now. And yeah, thank you so much. So bye.